Hey guys, what's up? It's Pressley, and welcome back to Cool Conversations podcast. It's season 2, guys, and I am so excited to be back in the studio. Today we have the most special guest.
Oh my gosh.
The most special person ever. Kat Bradley, guys.
Hi.
She's here. We finally got Miss New Jersey in the studio.
Stop.
Because she finally came
Is that
back.
the reputation I hold? Miss New Jersey.
Hey,
I'll
we
take
love
it,
Miss
guys.
New Jersey.
Yeah, Miss New Jersey's pretty awesome.
We love Jersey over here. If you guys didn't know, I'm also from New Jersey, but that is
Originated
in New Jersey, but that is not how we met.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
okay,
Well,
should we share the story?
I fear we met in the desert. I fear
We
we met in a
literally-
very different climate. It was
it was the most random meet I think I've ever experienced.
Truly.
Basically, Kat was on The Really Loud House on
Yes, I
Nickelodeon,
was.
which we'll get into in a little bit.
Yes, we will.
But I visited the set when they were filming season 1, I think.
Yes,
I
I believe
believe
it was
so.
season 1. Yeah, it was season 1 actually. 'cause
Yes.
You weren't there for the season 2.
No, I wish I was. I wish
truly
I was.
wish you were.
But we met, and I remember the first time I met you, you were in like the craziest outfit I've ever seen.
It's really, if you haven't seen the show, it's I would say it's definitely a different wardrobe, different persona, different girl,
especially your character.
different gal, different vibe.
Very much so. But she was in this like, I'm pretty sure you were wearing this like yellow feather
Oh my god.
dress,
Wait,
right?
Yes, so that was season 1. And this was like one of the most like expensive costumes that they did
Oh, I
on
remember
the show.
you were telling me about
And it
this.
was like this really like this it was I fear it was really ugly. But it was like this it was a turtleneck
Yes.
yellow rhinestone dress with arms, and then there was like a sleeve of feather. I can't even describe to you this dress. Like you would really need to see a picture
Like,
of it.
please, we need
But
to find a photo
It was
of it.
treacherous. And like black knee-high boots. Like no
Yes.
one know what was going on.
And this was my first impression of her.
Very
and I was
first
like,
impression.
oh.
Honestly, I feel like there's not really a better way to meet me, to be
No,
honest.
but we did click instantly. And
Yes,
I was
we
like,
did.
I like you.
I
I
fear.
liked your sister. You have a
Oh,
younger sister,
Aubin.
Aubin. I love
Yes.
Aubin.
Yes.
And we met a bunch of my other friends there too, like Sophia,
Yes,
who we
Sophia.
love.
Oh,
Who
yes.
actually was
She's
on the
been on this,
podcast
right?
already. Yeah,
Yes.
she made it on before you. I fear she was on season 1.
Okay.
But
You know,
if you
that's
guys
fine. I
want to watch
guess
the
I'll just take
episode,
it.
I don't think I've ever laughed so hard than I did with Sophia when she was here. She is so funny.
I was with Sophia last night. Sophia is like my best friend.
The
I love
best.
her.
I love
That
you
is
guys.
a sweet, sweet human being.
And I am so glad that we all met when we did, because you guys have become like some of my favorite people literally ever. But just the fact that we met literally in like Albuquerque is crazy.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Crazy.
You know, it's a must visit, I would say.
Okay, honestly, there was some cute spot. What was that one place that was like so super
Poblanos?
cute? Yes.
Los Poblanos is beautiful.
I love
it's like
that
a,
place.
Farm to table, beautiful
It was so
restaurant.
good.
The cuisine is amazing, and there's like a lavender field, and
Yes,
there's peacocks
yes,
running
yes.
around, and it's like you're eating lunch and you're having your toast, and then there's a peacock, and you're like, yo.
I will say I loved that place. And then we went to that like cute little place for like popsicles. Do you remember we were trying to find ice cream and we couldn't find anything?
That's the five. You stayed at like some hotel, like the
Right across.
500 something hotel.
Yes.
Something, and we walked and we got popsicles, and this was the first impression. Was that during COVID? Did we?
No, it was like fresh out, I think.
Yes, that's
though.
right. It was more like pandemic quarantine.
Yeah. It was definitely that
We
vibe.
really had an evolution.
Yes, we really did. But guys, that's a story on how we met. And then we realized we had so many other connections. Like we literally are.
Yes.
We used to live so close to each other. We
Truly.
definitely did dance competitions.
Oh my god,
against
I
each other.
definitely
for
saw
sure.
you.
For
know,
sure.
that dance culture.
But
especially in the Jersey Shore, it's like
oh my gosh.
I know, like everyone knows each other out in LA, but like
Yeah.
that Jersey Shore competition
like
is like you
tight.
know those
You
studios,
know
like
everyone.
You know who's going to those competitions, and you see that person, and you're like,
Yo, today's gonna be a rough one.
Truly.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, like, dance competition. I mean, dance competition.
Yeah.
I thankfully got out of that
Right.
younger because I was filming, and so I got
Exactly.
I got taken out of it.
Yeah.
Someone was looking out for me.
But I will
But
say
dance is beautiful.
Yeah.
I love
we
it.
love dance.
I know.
But speaking of what you were saying, you started acting and stuff when you were a lot younger.
Yes.
So do you want to like tell everybody a little bit about like what you do and like so everybody can learn about Miss Catherine?
Give you a little backstory. So basically, I grew up in New York City in Tribeca, and I started as a dancer. So I started as a competitive dancer, and I was trained in like all different styles, and I was super into it. But what I really loved was musical theater because I liked to tell stories. And so as I was dancing, my like dance instructor at the time was like, "Hey, like, you should go to the community theater. Like, you're really good at musical theater, like you should give it a try." So I started really doing community theater. And I eventually did this show, Billy Elliot, and I was like there's no lead woman or like lead little girl in that show, but like the dancers are a big part of that show because it's a ballet academy, yada, yada, yada. And I really clicked with the director. Like, Liz Piccoli, shout, my girl. So I ended up going actually after that show. That's what really started it because I ended up flying to Minneapolis and doing like this off-Broadway original show and like doing this workshop and stuff, and we presented it, and then I got picked up by an agent, and then like yada, 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 it spins off. And now I'm with an agent from literally doing community theater and then doing this show with Liz and pardon me. So I started doing that, and then I, like, fresh out of the gate, I worked really hard, and I was classically trained in, like, singing and acting and dancing, so I booked a Christmas Story National Broadway tour, and I toured when I was, like, 10 to 11 years old, like, literally around the country. Like,
that's insane.
Like, I always thought, like, I've been to, like, maybe, like, 43 out of the 50 states. Like, truly, like, I've been
insane.
everywhere in this country.
What was your favorite state?
I really fell in love with Austin, actually. So we stayed in Austin so this tour was like one of those tours where you like stop in a destination for like 2 days and then you're back on the bus. 2 days, back on the bus.
Like,
but Austin, we got to do a pretty long run there. We did like 2 weeks there. Oh, wow. And this is a seasonal tour, so that means like it's Christmas Story. Right. So it's during Christmas, like Christmas in the Waffle House. Like if you know, you know. Like me and my mom, like we were scarfing down those pancakes on Christmas Day. Like you best believe. So we went and I toured, and then I came back home and I did a couple different shows in between at different theaters. And eventually I worked on Harry Potter on Broadway, which was so exciting because like, you know, when you're in class, when you're like a child and they make you those like self-portrait posters and they're like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was always like, I want to be like a Broadway star. Like I want to be on Broadway. Like it was never... Truly, for me, it wasn't ever about really like TV, film, or like anything like that. I really loved to perform to a live audience just because of like the energy in the room.
It's so different.
And it's so different
than filming.
And the energy in the room. So I worked on Harry Potter on Broadway for like a year. It was probably one of the best experiences of my entire life.
I mean, that's
insane.
And
then the pandemic hit. And everything shut down and theater was kind of not over, obviously, because it's still going and it's like genuinely Broadway is on fire right now. So kudos to everyone doing their thing. But it shut down at the time. And my agents were like, hey, like, I think you would be really good for TV and film. So I started working at my studio, The Prep. Shout. Prep. So I started working there, and my coach, Teresa Pitia, she trained me in on-screen acting, and I did like... what was really funny is that I mostly before I did Nickelodeon, I was like a very serious like actor. Like I was doing Law and Order, I was doing City on a Hill, like I was doing Blue Bloods.
Like I saw your Law and Order thing pop up on TikTok not that long ago. Cause like, do you know how? Like,
oh my god, that edit that blew up. That was so random. So it was just like some like random edit account. It wasn't like about like cat. It was just like a Law and Order edit.
Yes,
and
I
saw it, and it had like 2 million likes, and everyone was sending it to me, and I was like, "Yo, where did you get this footage?"
I didn't know that you were on it, and then I was like, "Wait a second, let me do a deep dive." And do you know how they like clip like those types of shows on TikTok? Where it's
and it'll be like part 1, part 2, part 3, and you're like
I get so invested, and I found yours. I found yours, and I was like,
"Yes,
okay."
So I was mostly like a serious actress, and then I booked Nickelodeon, and I love comedy, so we had a lot of time.
That was such a fun show.
We did like 2 seasons. I mean, we originally had a 10-episode order, then another 10 episodes, and another 10. So they just kept extending the order, which was really, really awesome. And we did 2 movies, and like I worked on that project for like 4 years, and like I met some of my best friends. I met you, and it was so cool. And it was like, it truly was like, again, like that and Harry Potter, like some of the best experiences of my life. And I'm so grateful for that show. And and then now we're doing this.
And now we're here.
And now we're working on a bunch of stuff, and that's so exciting. So I'm very happy.
I know, that's
And
amazing.
That's the long and the short.
That's the cat lore.
Yeah,
So
it's a
far.
little bit of,
Just a little
piece
peek.
of the cat lore.
But I will say, like, the Loud House was, like, walking even onto the set, like, as just, like, a outsider looking in, I was like, wow, like, this is so special. Like, you guys, it was also such a big cast.
Oh my God. It's
and,
really
like,
rare to have
it was like a family.
that many children. So I don't know if you know the premise of the show, but it's like I mean, I know you do.
I do.
But,
Big fan.
It's the Loud House, like the cartoon, and they made it a live action, and it basically is a story about like a family of like 11 children.
Yeah,
like, it's
crazy.
ridiculous. So yeah, it was like the set was actually, can you imagine, like 11 children truly running around in like the craziest costumes, like being
It's so
enabled, and
cute.
it's like it was very fascinating, and we had a great time. But it really was like the set like reflected the chaos that was on the show.
Yes.
Very, very much so.
Very, very,
In
very much.
multiple ways. So that's exciting.
Okay, but going back into, like, obviously you do theater and on screen. So, like,
Yes.
what is, like, how do you shift your mindset versus performing to, like, a live, like, to an audience
Yeah.
versus behind, like, the
Awesome.
camera?
Okay, well, that's such a fun question. So, look at you go.
I know, I'm like such a host.
So basically, such a host. So basically, growing up doing theater, obviously you're more classically trained when you do theater because there's certain techniques you need to use. But when I think about performing on stage, is like what I was always told when I was doing Harry Potter is like, you're not performing to that person that's right center orchestra. Like
Right.
you're performing to back row
Yeah.
of the balcony, and that's like, and so your body language, like it's just I was doing a straight play, so it wasn't a musical, so I think there's also a different mindset versus musicals and plays, because
Right.
plays are going to be more grounded in reality, whereas
Right.
musicals, like it's like I'm singing about my feelings, and that's not very grounded in reality. But for straight plays, I just find that I do a lot more vocal work and physical. Oh my God, what was that like demon that came out of me? Stop. Ew. I just find I do a lot more vocal work and a lot more physical work. So those like tight emotions that you're gonna have like locked in the eyes and locked in like the intensity of the eyes, like on screen, I take those feelings and I physicalize them, and I put more inflections in my voice, because you have to remember the person sitting at the top of the balcony, they can't see your face. Like
Right.
they truly can't see if you're crying, like if you're like doing an emotional scene. So they have to hear it in your voice. They have to
Right.
see it in your body. So I think about that, and I think about how I'm feeling, and I put that into my body and I put it into my voice. Versus on television, I mean, the style of acting that's very trendy right now is like when I tell you, like, these studios are just like pulling people off the side of the road, like
Crazy.
the guy from Adolescence, like apparently,
Oh my gosh, crazy story.
oh my God, phenomenal.
Yeah.
And random child
Literally,
off the side of the street.
it was his
So
first job,
first
right?
job.
Crazy.
I could be very, very wrong, but I believe he was literally just like pulled off the street,
Which
like
is
genuinely
insane.
And that's what's very trendy. So I really try to just like, for on-camera acting, I just like think, and like I hope that comes through my eyes, and I hope I can tell that story just by like having those thoughts like a normal person,
Yeah.
instead of putting it on a little bit more.
Right. I mean, I completely agree with that.
And
I think
that's
it's
the
very,
thing,
very
like, I
different.
think you get that with dance too.
Yeah,
like,
it's very different. Because, like, when
Very
you're
different,
doing
yeah.
dance, like, obviously you are performing to everyone.
Everyone,
And again,
exactly.
not just, like, the person that's right there.
Yes.
And then it's different for acting. Like, it's
Yes.
very, like, grounded and
Yes.
real. And so I think that was great. Look at us go. But, okay, a lot of people that watch this podcast are aspiring to do what you do, or what most guests do. So, like,
Yes.
what advice would you give to someone that is wanting to either do theater or acting? Do you think that, like, everybody should be training in both, or just one is, like, okay to
I
do?
think it depends on what you're passionate about. I think if you want to be a TV film actress, then yes, then invest in yourself. I think invest in classes, invest in good headshots, invest in your career, because eventually you will get that back. And the more time and energy you spend working on your craft, the more that will be rewarded. So I think, I mean, I personally train in both just because I have passions in both, but I think my best advice to aspiring actors and actresses of the sorts would be that rejection is redirection and rejection is protection. Because, I mean, do you know how many times, like, working, for example, from Broadway, like, you are in waiting rooms with like hundreds of girls, and it's like you get called out and you're like get out in front of literally everybody, and it's like it's very easy to get down on yourself and to question
100%.
yourself and to like wonder if this is what you should really be doing. But I think if your heart belongs in this industry, then you need to stick to it, and you need to work on yourself, and really truly, because like you could have 100 no's, and every single no is a step closer to yes. So you could be one no away from yes. So if you quit, it's just like you'll always have that wonder of like, what if I just held on just a little bit longer? And then also, I wouldn't say that this industry is so competitive and there are so many different people, but I think you have to block that out, and you have to remember that you are a unique person, and to not try to fit with the trends. Don't try to do what everybody else is doing. Do your own stuff. Think outside of the box. Promote yourself in a unique way, because there are so many people out there that your uniqueness is what is going to carry you through.
100%.
For sure.
And I think something to like know about acting is like it's not just about your talent, because you have to fit like an exact role. Like it's literally like a puzzle. It's a whole production that's going on.
Oh my God.
It's not just about like, oh, I'm not good enough. Right? It could be you're like an inch too short, or your hair color is slightly off,
mind
or
you,
something.
there are 40 people at the table, and every single one of those 40 people have to say yes to you. It goes so above.
It's way beyond what you like one person liking you or not.
Yes, and
it's
the entire
crazy.
team could like you, but the network could just be like, we need a different hair color.
Yeah, and that's it.
So I say don't question yourself.
So much that goes into it, and like you can't like let that decide your like worth or how you think about yourself, because it's like it's literally a puzzle. Like it's literally a puzzle, and you have to be the perfect. The perfect piece.
Loud House. Can you imagine trying to cast a family of 11 children that all look alike? Mind you, we are in ascending height order. It didn't really end up working out that way, but but that's like what the vision was.
And also for that, you have to match exactly what the cartoon was. So, like for that, it's even crazier, because you have to look exactly, well, not exactly like it, but like close enough that it like makes sense.
Like when they played Lenny, she had to buy a blonde wig for the audition.
Stop! I remember Eva telling me that, and then she had to dye her hair like consistently, because she had naturally like super dark hair,
darker than my hair color, like genuinely
black,
like chocolate brown, like very very dark.
And she was a bright blonde.
She went platinum, and that didn't end up working.
And then she ended up wearing a wig.
And then we ended up getting a wig.
So a lot of things go into it, to say the least. But I think that's honestly great advice. But okay, something I think we didn't touch on is you're also very much a normal girl.
Yes.
You live a Hannah Montana life, for sure.
You get the best of both worlds. Very much so. So from a very young age, my mother was always like, my mom, shout my mom, love you.
Shout out.
I'm a very educated human being, and I believe that it is so important. My mom always said, it's like, yes, you can pursue your career, and when you are an adult and like when you are doing your own thing, you can make those decisions, but for right now, school comes before anything. So I live at home with my entire family. I've never been homeschooled, actually, which is
insane.
I've always been enrolled in in-person school, which is very, very, like, it's such a blessing, because not a lot of children are able to do that and work professionally, and my school has been very flexible. And what happens is I'll go on set, they'll send me the materials, I'll do the tests, I'll oh my God, when I tell you, like, I used to stay up late, like, teaching myself physics. I was like, please stop, Khan Academy, like, please help me. If only we had AI back then, but because that would have really
literally
saved
it would
me.
have saved me.
It would have
in school if this
saved me.
I think I think it did exist, right? I mean, maybe I'm gonna sound a little.
You know what?
Stupid,
Actually, my freshman year, I was sitting in physics class, and my friend, like, that goes to the school, he was like, oh my God, Kat, like, you need to try this new I think, like, ChatGPT, like, it's up and coming. And I was like, you're crazy. Like, what are you even doing?
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it.
I guess 4 years later, like, it's like,
it's literally saving everyone.
I mean, I guess. I get scared of AI. It freaks me out a little bit.
It is very, very, very scary, because it knows, like, literally everything. But I will say, like,
they're literally like, these robots are coming for us. Like, you can never be too
they're
careful.
Even on the side of the road, like Postmates is like a robot.
Oh my God,
now.
I was in LA. That's right. And I feel something like tagging along. I'm like, oh, and then I look behind, and it's just like this little robot, like, carrying food. I'm like,
I know.
So actually, like, my love, like, that is not your job. Like, go back to the factory, go back to the warehouse. Like, I don't need you to give me my Chipotle.
Wait, but I kind of love it. There's one that roams around West Hollywood, and its name's Nikita.
Yes.
I love Nikita. I see her all the time. I think she's so cool.
Fully a robot. But
like literally on the side of the, I've seen her multiple times.
I've seen her multiple.
Passing.
Okay, yep, that's
so
okay.
we love Nikita.
I like that you're
Anyways.
feeding. Okay, wait, what was the question?
Back up talking about your normal life.
Oh, my
It's
normal life.
Even though you're working in whatever,
But
like
then-
you still have a very, very normal
Yeah,
life.
and I would go home off set and say I get home on a Tuesday. I go on Wednesday. If there's a test first period, I'm taking that test. Like, I am very focused on my education, and I'm very focused on like having that balance. Like, because I love, I know it's bad. I love school a lot. Like, I'm sorry, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. School is pretty awesome. And I love seeing my friends, and I like waking up in the morning, and I like going, and I like the whole routine of it all.
Yeah.
And
I feel like it keeps you very grounded.
very grounded, yes. And it's so cool because I mean, I grew up with all the kids like I go to school with, and it's like I come here and I go to work, and it's like there's a different Catherine, and then I go back home, and I'm like, it's like, yeah.
No, you're literally Hannah Montana.
I fear.
But I love it because it really does like make you feel so like normal in an industry that's so not normal.
No, so not normal.
Like that's why I'm like I love having like like the separation of like having like a normal like.
You have a great separation.
It's like needed.
I believe you truly do.
I feel like when you're too much in
one of the other,
it,
you kind of can lose yourself a little bit.
Exactly, and I feel like having like my family and my friends and like I have a really good community at like church and like stuff like that. Like it's kept me so normal and also so much. Shout out my mom.
Shout out my mom.
Shout out my mom. Love my mom. But it's kept me like motivated too because when you're just like all your friends are doing the same thing as you and all you do is surround yourself with the same
people in the same industry. It can get a little bit discombobulating.
It literally, and it also. I feel like you can get burnt out way easier. So when you have like a chance to like reconnect and like ground yourself, it's so easy.
Nature. When I get to reconnect with nature.
Yeah, exactly.
Like truly, a lot of my best friends are at home, and it's like my best friend's like a lacrosse player, and the other one like she's a writer, and it's like, and it's so nice to have that diversity in your life because it like. I mean, we're both successful in our own way, in our own career, but there are so many, it's so awesome to be able to learn about so many different ways people are going to pursue their lives outside of our industry. Because again, what you're saying, if you are in your industry, it's all consuming. Like you get wrapped up in it. You think like, this is the only thing. And it's like, no, my friend wants to go to med school. She ain't trying to be in no film.
It's crazy when you have friends who are doing something like completely different than you. You realize that there's so much outside of like this world. Because again, it can like consume you so easily. So it's nice to like,
very
romanticize
much so.
real life. Like we love to romanticize real life. Like actually, like so, like okay, what would like a normal Tuesday in Catherine's life look like if she's not?
If I'm not
working?
filming,
Yeah.
Okay, so normal Tuesday. What season is this?
Fall. A normal fall season.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so we wake up. It's 7 a.m. The birds are chirping. I am exhausted. There are bags under my eyes. I was up till 3 a.m. studying for an AP bio test. It's a real big struggle over here. There might be a calc test first period. We're very scared. We're very alarmed because those FRQs are going to be very hard. So I wake up in the morning. I get in my car. Well, first of all, I put on my uniform. Yes, my uniform.
Yes.
Okay,
So I love it. I love it. This is my favorite thing.
My uniform
This is my favorite thing.
not a uniform.
It's literally Gossip Girl.
It's Gossip Girl. It's literally Gossip Girl. It's Gossip Girl. So I love my school uniform because it's like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just Gossip Girl uniform. So I have a closet full of like Gossip
but
Girl
like you can wear what you want, but it has to be like.
But it has to be like put together and batty.
Yeah, like she always looks so cute, and whenever she's in school, I always see on her Snapchat story she's posting like her outfit of the day, and I'm like,
yeah, my private story. I'm like OOTD.
Stop, she's in like the cutest little skirt with like her little button up, but it's
my
not
little
a
vest,
uniform,
my like
so
long
it's so
chomp, like
cute.
oh yeah, we're slang.
It's so
my
that's
boots,
my
like I
favorite
literally be
thing.
wearing my boots to school.
Like literally, like me, it's literally Gossip Girl. It's my favorite thing ever. I've never even heard of that even being a thing.
I know.
I think it's only you.
I fear. I kind of
cute.
feel. People always go like, so there's a group of kids that like will dress the way I dress, and then there's a group that like literally is like, what are you guys doing? Like,
no, but
please put on a
this
hoodie
is what
like
I'm saying.
a normal human being.
Romanticizing real life.
Yes.
This is what I'm saying.
So I love to get ready. I love to do. I'm a girl after my own heart. Like I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna do my hair. I'm gonna do my makeup. I'm gonna put on a cute little outfit. Of course. And we're gonna get in the car. I'm gonna get my Rook. Shout Rook.
Shout out Rook.
You.
Okay, can Rook please come to LA?
No.
Like, hey, you can't gatekeep it. I love Rook. If you know, it's so good.
Fantastic.
Wait, okay, but this is so random, and I feel like I could only talk to you about this because you would get it because you know Rook. I saw a girl post a day in a life, and she was in LA, and she was drinking a Rook coffee.
Oh my God, she definitely like has the cup from Jersey and like brought it over.
That's what my mom said. Because it was like, where is Rook? I was like, searched Google Mapsing it, and it was like,
Rook is not coming here. They stay true to their own self. So I get up, I get in my car, I get my Rook.
Which, by the way, we have twinning cars, guys.
We do have twinning
if you
cars,
didn't know.
Guys. So I take my little sister to school. We go to school. I have some terrifying test first period that's really going to trigger me, and then I'm going to be shaking the rest of the day, and I'm going to be over my test, and my Rook is going to be hitting. I'm going to be like, oh my God, the derivative of, like it's triggering. So, and then I go to lunch. My school has glorious lunch. Or I'll like drive out of school and I'll like go get my little lunch. I come home, or I go to school. I finish school. I go to the gym. I come home. I'll either have like play rehearsal, because I do little plays during the fall sometimes, or I will do my homework, or I will go to dance class. I'll go to dance class. But like recently, actually in the fall, I was taking the train after school, and I was going to BDC, or like I was going to Steps. Yeah.
Wait,
and I was
so
just
fun.
Going in, taking classes, like having myself a time. So I'll do that. I read a lot, so I'll go home.
Oh, I love reading.
So if it was like I wasn't going to the city, I would go to the gym straight from school. I would go home, I'd finish my work. I would maybe like work on like my career. So like I would like look at my IMDb, continue writing, email my agents, like, you know, gotta keep the girl cute. So that would be a day in my life. Oh, and then you always have to finish with Lighthouse or Nicholas Creamery. I'm a ice cream diehard.
Like, we are ice cream diehards.
I'm an ice cream connoisseur.
Okay, like favorite ice cream place
here?
Here and
no,
then in
I don't have
New
one
Jersey.
here. I haven't explored yet. I was in.
Have you been to Afters?
Actually,
I took you to Afters.
Yes, you did. Yes,
I love
you
Afters.
Did. So I was in Studio, you know the Studio City, like Erewhon, like Sugarfish area?
Yes.
So I went with one of our mutuals, and we got ice cream there. I don't know what the place was called. It was vegan.
Ooh. Oh, it was Van Leeuwen.
Yes, Van Leeuwen. I got this honeycomb ice cream. It was truly magical.
Van Leeuwen is amazing. Shout out Van Leeuwen.
I feel like I'm just so biased towards my hometown that I'm like.
What is your go-to
in Jersey?
Yeah.
Well, Lighthouse. If you know Strollo's Lighthouse, if you know, you know. Nicholas Creamery. If you know, you know. It's so awesome and just great, and like, God, you need to come to Jersey.
I really need to come back. We should have planned a trip this summer.
Yeah,
I'll still come.
Yeah,
I'll come see you.
It's hey. It's still summer.
It's
Don't
not
you even
over yet.
dare like.
Well, because New Jersey doesn't start school till September.
Yes.
Which is crazy because everyone I know is going back to school next week here.
Yeah, that's really
insane
weird.
to me.
We start like middle of September. Like I started like September 17th or something like that.
So
like,
nice. So you still have a whole summer ahead of you.
So much summer work. Oh my God. Anyways.
But okay, I literally love that you have like this whole. I keep saying it, like Hannah Montana like life, and like you like romanticize like the little things. But is there ever like a time that you think like maybe your life's like a little too messy to be romanticized, or like
messy to be romanticized? I think the messiest will be romanticized is when I'm like taking the red eye home from like Albuquerque, New Mexico, and then like getting up and going to school, and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Or like when you took the red eye to Kids Choice Awards and you literally straight off the plane.
Stop.
Onto
so we
the
were
carpet.
working that night. We were dead ass. Oh my God. Sorry. Wait.
Bleep it. Bleep it. Bleep it.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We were working until like 2. We were working so late at night. It was like one of those nights when we were like literally running over, and I was telling the director, Jonathan, I was like, my love, like we have it was like a 4 a.m. flight,
and mind you,
on the entire cast of the Really
family
Loud
of
House
11
is in
the
the Albuquerque, New Mexico airport. Like, mind you, like we are all sitting in this like little gate. Like I'm like literally like this. It was like really triggering, traumatizing. We get up that day. We have the Kids' Choice Awards. Like we flew in.
This so vividly.
We all went to the Kids' Choice Awards. We're all walking the red carpet. We're all doing this, and I was like, wait, so guys, like we were on set like genuinely like 10 hours ago. Like this is really funny. And then we go and then we fly back and we work the next day. And I was like, wow, I'm really tired. But honestly, there is not a time where I'm like, this is too much to be romanticized, because it's such a blessing to be able to do
exactly
that.
what you
that
always wanted to do.
I like practice so much gratitude that I'm like, sorry, that was awful. I do though, I really do, that I'm like, I'm not someone that would ever be like, I mean, God, this is like awful, because it's like, girl, save it.
And that's exactly what you've been wanting to do. That's why I'm always like, I love being busy and I love having a jam-packed schedule and I love being all over the place, because it's exactly what I've always wanted.
Yes, and
I actually don't like
to
the
be
opposite.
able to do that.
Yeah, I don't like the opposite.
Yes.
I don't like when I don't have anything going on, and I don't like when I'm like
Yes,
not doing
I don't feel
anything.
productive. So
No, I love to be all over the place,
Yeah.
but I do remember that I was so funny. I like ran into you on the carpet. You're like,
I was like,
I've been
wait,
up.
I don't think you understand.
you're like, I
where-
have not slept.
I don't think you understand where I've
have
come
not
from.
slept. But then we went and we had a great time. That after party was fire. That was
We had
so much fun.
We had so much
That
fun.
was like
I loved
literally
that
the
at PCAs.
best.
That was awesome.
That was so fun. Okay, but also, what is your view on like the whole, if it doesn't like look good on social media, it can't be like, I keep saying romanticized, it's the only word I can think of, but like people, it's so like such a common
I'm not
thing.
a social media person. I think that's like something I might look like I am. Trust me.
I feel like you're very much like enjoying outside
I don't
of that.
I don't take photos and think like this needs to be on Instagram, this needs to be on TikTok,
Which
this
I
needs to be
love.
that. Like I really try not to go on my phone because my phone, first of all, gives me a migraine. Second of all, I never find myself feeling productive, feeling smart, feeling inspired when I'm scrolling on Instagram all day.
So fair.
So I really do not try to go on it. And I think that you can find so much beauty by enjoying your own life and not constantly being on the phone comparing and
100%.
and seeing all of this like filtered Instagram content
It, like,
that's
ruins it.
manufactured to be so aesthetic. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, so like you're actually looking at this beautiful sunset right now, and you're like, let me get my phone. Like that will just it will just not be me. It will
Yeah,
not be
which
me.
is so
I will
fair,
be looking
'cause-
at it. But that's also so valid because not to say that I don't have some gorgeous sunset pictures. Mind you, I do. But like I try as much as I can to remember that like this is my life and not everyone that looks at my life's life. So I have to enjoy it for myself.
Yeah, that's honestly so fair because I think like you can get like lost in the whole social media ad, which is a whole different like
Totally.
convo. But like, what's something that a whole different thing? What's something that brings you happiness like outside of work and social media or like anything that's just like very unique to you that like makes you
Unique to
feel
me.
like you?
I love to write and I love to read, truly. Like I have a library in my home and in my room. I have like 3 bookshelves full of books that I read.
I love that.
And I love philosophy and I like reading about how other people think. So
Yeah.
in my free time, I truly, it's so performative. Oh my God, like I am performative final boss. Like I literally
our
go
matcha
to the
and
beach
tote
with a
bag.
philosophy book and I sit down and I'm like,
Stop.
oh my God. Yes, yes. Like, and I don't know. But I love that. I love the ocean. I mean, you grew up on the Jersey Shore, so it's like
It's such
like
a thing.
beach, friends, ocean, pizza. That
Boardwalk.
is my calling. I also
Literally.
really do enjoy like carnivals, like fairs,
I do
carnivals.
too.
You will catch me on those rides.
Me too. And my mom, every time I go, she goes, "You realize that ride was on a truck like 2 days ago?" And I'm like, I do.
Or like
every
that
time
you will die on this ride. Like, but like this is a good way to go
I
out.
Love the zipper is a great way.
The zipper.
I love the zipper. Everybody hates
Wait,
on
there's
it.
a fair in my town the last week of August, and you should come. And the zipper is
Also,
Alex
I
was there last year.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wait, I feel like I've definitely been over the summer.
yes.
Like for sure. I heard a little
There's some
knock.
ghosts, there's animals, there's critters.
No,
and
but I
creatures.
will say I do love a fair. I think that that's so underrated.
Yes.
It's so underrated.
It is so underrated.
But I think it's because we grew up on the boardwalk.
Yes.
If you
this
guys
is very
don't know-
true. If you know, you know. I also love running. I'm a runner.
Oh, really? I
Yes.
always wanted to be a runner. I just can't do it.
I forced myself to get into it because all my friends are runners because they're all sports players, and I was like, wait, I need to be able to do something athletic.
Did you ever do any sports or no?
Well, I did. I
feel like-
kind of did soccer when I was little. It's very concepts of soccer. Like it was.
I
it
was
like
so bad.
Wait, no, I was a menace. Like my mom pulled me up because I was like attacking like little children. Like it was
could
very
so
scary.
see it.
So yeah, but my Aubin, she's working on herself on track right now. And
Oh, wow.
On soccer. I mean, she is my little sister Aubin and
I love
Alexandra. They are both so very talented. Like it truly hurts my brain.
It
to be able
runs
to
in
be
the
like,
fam.
You are a 13-year-old and you are so talented in so many facets, and it's beautiful.
I love that. Okay, well, we've been talking up a storm, but my favorite part of my whole podcast is I have this segment called Dear Pressley. I love to close out the podcast
Okay.
with, and basically,
I'm excited.
it's like a space and community that I've tried to create where real people can come and just talk and like ask it for advice or just like talk about anything that they've been going through because
I love that.
just trying to
That's
like
awesome.
make people feel like they're not like alone because it gets again with social media and everything and just
Yes.
like real life high school middle school
Totally.
there's so much going on. So I have one here that we're gonna read, and
my
hopefully we can give our
gosh.
best advice.
Okay.
Okay. It says high school has been extremely rough, and people don't know how to be nice. And I'm the kind of person that will give them a second chance and forgive them, but then my feelings get hurt again. It brings my confidence and self-esteem down because sometimes the things they say can change how I feel about myself. It's it's hard to try and not let these things get to me, but not being able to open up about my problems is really scary for me. So I don't know how to cope. Any advice on how to cope with it?
Do you want to start or do you want me to start this?
I think you can start because you actually do go to high school.
I do go to high school. I find that people, as they are growing up, they're not as sure of themselves yet. And teenagers, I mean, all of us, like humans in general, we have a way of misplacing our anger and misplacing our like jealousy and our own feelings of sadness and taking it out on others because we don't have a healthy way in society nowadays to really let that out and like let out and reflect on our own selves. We find ourselves taking it out on other people. And when people are taking it out on you, what you have to understand, although they should not, and this is never an excuse for someone misplacing their anger and taking it out on you or being jealous in that, you have to understand that is coming from a place inside of them that they might not even feel that way about you, but they're really going through something. People that are mean are not secure. They're not in a healthy mind state, and you have to hope that they get there. Right. And you need to be sure in yourself that you're not mean because you're sure of yourself. So don't let someone else's insecurities try to like bring you down. You need to stay true to yourself and truly like genuinely don't listen and try to think about what they're probably going through, because I find that empathy is the best way to understand people. It truly is. And also like, and if someone's attacking you, that means you have something that they're like maybe aspiring to be.
Right.
So be a baddie. I would say something else, but like, you know what I'm saying.
You know what she's trying to say.
Baddie, because if you're getting hate, you're doing it right. You are doing it right. If someone doesn't have something to say, no. If people are coming for you, that's how you know.
That's how you know.
No, I'm serious. That's literally how you know.
Which is also so true, but I also think like not letting other people like, and never like combat like that with you also being mean.
Again,
like never. Because
rise above.
You always rise above. You always take the high road. Even when it's hard, like you have to be so secure in yourself. And like I've for sure let other people's things they've said affect everybody has. It's very inevitable. But I'm like inevitable. Sorry, I'm like messing up my words this morning. It's really early, guys. But the coffee's not kicked in.
Wait, it's not kicking.
No, it hasn't.
What I said before, the uniqueness that would get you through the acting industry. That those like specific qualities of yourself will carry you through life in general. So don't let anybody ever try to take those away from you.
No, and just really just like try and spend time with yourself and like get to know yourself, because when you're secure in yourself, like those things.
And surround yourself with people that lift you up.
Yeah, and honestly, like
don't listen to the haters.
Yeah, get rid of them, because honestly, you're even if you need to be alone for a little bit to find a better group of people, that is totally fine. I have gone through that so many times.
High school, I find a lot of people don't find people in sometimes not to say that people won't find people in high school, but sometimes there are people outside of the town that
because
you live
you're growing
in that are waiting
much.
For you.
Like this is such like an age where you're growing and figuring it out, and it's so okay if you outgrow people.
Yes,
like that is so okay, and like that's why I'm like I've been also trying to be like okay being by myself and hanging out by myself, because that's gonna happen. And hanging out with people that lift
you up, and it's like you might not find those exact people in high school, but when you do, you will understand that is what good friendship feels like.
Yeah.
And you want to be around people like that.
Exactly.
Like you.
And literally, we met outside of our hometown, even though, we're technically from like around the same place, but we met outside of it. So there are so many other people, and like you're still so young, and like you're going to meet so many other great people. So.
And people come into your life for a reason.
Exactly.
You came to Albuquerque for
a reason. So we could be here today. I had so much fun.
I'm so happy I was here. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. If you want to if you have anything coming up you want to talk about, or just tell them where they can find you.
You can follow me on Instagram. It's Catherine Bradley, I think _ I'm really bad at this stuff. And then on TikTok, it's Catherine Bradley with 2 Ys. I know that one.
There we go.
But yeah, like I have a bunch of different projects in the works. So definitely keep up with it. It's so fun. I'm always creating and producing and working, and yeah, so there's a bunch of fun stuff in the works, and I'm really excited for everyone to be able to see. I truly can't talk about it, but I'm very excited for what's to come.
I am so excited, guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you guys for listening and watching, and I will see you.
I'm so sorry. I need
breaking the studio,
I need to be
guys.
taken away.
It's time to go.
I'm sorry. It's done.
We will see you next week. Bye.